Macmillan Audio presents First Daughter by Eric Van Lustbader, read for you by Richard Ferrone. January 20th, Inauguration Day. Alli Carson sat in the back of the armor-plated limo, sandwiched between Sam and Nina, her Secret Service detail. She was just 3 days shy of her 20th birthday, but with her father being inaugurated President of the United States today, she'd scarcely had time to think about what she might get in the way of presents, let alone contemplate what she was going to do to celebrate. For the moment, it was all about her father. The inauguration of Edward Carson, former senior senator from the great state of Nebraska, was celebration enough. Even she had found it interesting that the media had made such a fuss over the exit polls showing that her father was the first president to be significantly helped by a massive African-American turnout. Those votes had been the result of a national campaign engineered by her father's formidable election machine in conjunction with the powerful black religious and political organization, the Renaissance Mission Congress. Her father had successfully run as the anti-Rove, basing his campaign on reconciliation and consensus building, for which the RMC had been the standard-bearer. But for the moment, everything else was subsumed beneath the intricate and laborious plans for today, which had been ongoing for more than 6 weeks, as directed by the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies. The speeches, balls, cocktail parties, media ops, and shamelessly opportunistic sound bites had begun 5 days ago, and they would continue for another 5 days after her father was sworn in an hour from now. After 8 years of the executive branch being at loggerheads with the legislature, today would usher in a new era in American politics. For the first time, a moderate Republican would be president, a man who, though a fiscal conservative, was unabashedly pro-choice and pro-women's rights, which put him at odds with many Republicans and the religious right. Never mind. His mandate had come from young people, Hispanics and African Americans who, finally deciding it was time for their voices to be heard, turned out in record numbers to vote for Edward Carson. Not only did they find him irresistibly charismatic, but they also liked what he said and how he said it. She had to admit her father was clever as well as smart. Still, he was of a species, the political animal, that she despised. Alli didn't even try to peer through the windows. The heavily smoked bulletproof glass afforded only a glimpse of a world blurred in shadow. Inside, she was cushioned in a plush back seat, illuminated by the soft glow of the sidelights. Her hands were pale against the dark blue leather seat. Thick auburn hair framed an oval face dominated by clear green eyes. A constellation of freckles crossed the bridge of her nose like grains of sand, an endearing touch to a beautiful face. It said something important about her that she deliberately didn't cover her nose with makeup. An engine of anxiety thrummed in the pit of her stomach. She'd given her iPod to the driver to plug into the stereo. A wash of fuzzed-out guitars, thumping bass, and steaming vocals from a band called Kill Hannah made the air shimmer and sweat. "I wanna be ya Kennedy," the singer chanted, and Alli laughed despite herself. How many times had she had to endure the same question? "Are the Carsons the new Kennedys? Are you the political dynasty of the future?" To which Alli would reply, "A Kennedy? Are you kidding? I don't want to die young." She'd said it so often, in fact, that it had become an iconic line, repeated both on hard news shows and late-night TV. It had even led to an appearance on Saturday Night Live where they'd dressed her up like Caroline Kennedy. These antics didn't exactly thrill anyone else in the Carson family, most of whom were seriously deficient in the sense of humor department. They turned west onto Constitution Ave.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?